Today on Suncoast View, USF Sarasota Manatee wants to provide Suncoast girls with the tools to pursue technology careers. We'll discuss.
Our beautiful Suncoast is nothing without its gorgeous trees. We'll tell you how you can be a part of Sarasota City's Community Canopy program for Arbor Day.
Summer movie season is upon us. Our movie guy will tell us what to see this May and beyond. All that and more right now on Suncoast View.
Welcome to the show. And Linda, may the 4th be with you.
Thank you, Stephanie. I feel better already, and I think I'm armed.
Yes,
You are. Do you know why I said that, though?
Because Star Wars is
What's today's date?
May 4th.
May the 4th be with you.
Oh!
Oh, I'm not just listening.
That's funny.
Thank you.
We put out a call to our friends on the Suncoast. Does anyone have Star Wars memorabilia? And my phone rang all
Really?
night. Just slide up this.
I was going to say, I don't understand how it
bottom.
works.
Here we go.
How'd you do that? Oh, there we go. Okay, so
All right, Linda.
I understand that the colors are specifically chosen. I'm evil, right?
Oh, actually, Linda should have this one. Yes, you are the most evil, Stephanie. I mean, I'm not saying that. That's just by what she has.
You know what? It hasn't been a good
Linda's
day.
blue. So, Linda, you are the sweet, optimistic one.
I always knew that. Yes.
You're the nice one.
Who
is the
doesn't
short
know
line
the
there.
date?
And Joey toes the middle, which is
Somewhere in the
fairly
middle.
accurate, actually.
I would say there are days Stephanie and I might trade off.
Right. I'm having my tough day today, so I
being
shall
the
be
bad
evil.
guy?
Well, I may be evil, but I would have my light out.
Right. She just wouldn't let anybody know.
So
fun.
Yes, fun
Very
stuff.
fun.
Everything from a standing Darth Vader, who I've accidentally said good morning to every time I've walked by him earlier today. And then we have our Star Wars bobbleheads and a Darth Vader coffee mug when you want to start the day telling somebody you're not their father, I guess.
I just think that the part, we literally started discussing this late yesterday afternoon, and Joey's like, oh, let me see what I can find. And then all of a sudden, all this shows up. So people are serious
Yes.
about their Star Wars.
I promised I would not name names, but there are people that live in our area that have full head-to-toe Chewbacca costumes.
Well, anybody that has children has these things.
Yes.
Mine were never this nice. I mean, this is like hardcore. I mean, we had little plastic ones that kind of lit up.
well,
These
we
are
did too.
really nice.
And there are layers beyond this one that are actually in cases, and I thought, we'll be good with this.
Right, because we don't want to break them. But
Yes.
very fun. It's
Oh, I've got to go say May 4th to somebody.
May the 4th be with you. I was hoping we'd
That
get
was a
Linda with
total
that.
surprise. I had no idea.
And look behind you, we have a brand new Star Wars themed logo for the day.
Oh my goodness.
Well, just for now.
We are big time.
Yes.
We are big time.
In a galaxy far, far away.
Yeah. Did you paint that yourself, Joey?
Oh, I wish. No, that was producer Matt, who I
That's
won't.
right. Our movie guy, Matt, who is
Yes.
going to come and talk about the upcoming movies and also Star Wars being one of them, as Solo is coming out
And
this month.
interestingly enough, with this whole May the 4th thing, it's actually not, it wasn't put out by Lucasfilms or the creators of the film. It was started by the fans.
Oh,
so the
yeah.
fans
Figured it
started
out.
this, and I think Lucasfilms now is kind of, all right, we're glad it exists,
Well,
but
yeah.
it's not our franchise per se.
Right,
But-
right. The fans figured out
Yes.
that May 4th is fun to say and put in
And they
Star
do
Wars Day.
mobilize. So StarWars.com/May the 4th, you can find all of the Star Wars activities that are happening. And there's quite a few
Oh, good.
happening around near us.
I'm
Drivable.
going to put this on my calendar next year so I don't get caught.
All right, let's see who's in the kitchen today. We welcome back Executive Chef Jason from Brio Tuscan Grill. Great to have you with us. What are we making?
Well, we're going to be making our salmon fresca today, and as we celebrate seafood this month, and then we're also getting ready for our celebrate our moms next weekend.
All right, we like the sound of that. We know Mother's Day, of course, a very popular day to take mom out, so we look forward to learning what Brio has to offer. All right, well, we're going to keep talking about Star Wars because there actually is some really cool stuff, as Joey mentioned, going on around the area, and that includes at Legoland. So you know how you can go to Legoland and see all the different cities that they've built out of Legos? They are doing this now with 7 of the most famous scenes from the live-action Star Wars movies. They have built them out of Legos. 1.5 million Lego bricks. And just to see all these different things, it's amazing, of course, at Legoland what they can do with Legos. You can also then pose with life-size Lego models of Darth Maul, R2-D2, and Darth Vader. So if you have a Star Wars fan in your life, this opens today. You might want to go to Legoland and check that out. Yeah,
I have Lego fans in my life.
Okay, Star
Lego
Wars as well?
on my floor. They're everywhere. Yes, my grandsons, they take it in school. There are courses in Legos
Oh,
in
absolutely.
schools.
Well, we've had some of that coursework here as well with the competitions.
Yes,
so.
and it's great. And you know, I think about how long it used to take me to build something that was maybe 6 or 8 inches high, and we're talking, you know, these are several feet. I mean, they're really impressive.
What I think is neat is the kids that always loved Legos and were good at it, and one of my bonus boys is in this category. Now somebody has the job of building that stuff at Legoland. I mean, what an amazing
I didn't
job.
think of that. That's something you can aim toward.
Exactly. I want to be the Legoland constructor.
Yes,
And the Star Wars Legoland constructor. There's another job.
Absolutely, and if they have a job that if they live away from home and they're working successfully building Lego, you can walk freely through your house and not worry you're going to step on one.
This
That's
would
right,
be
if
a
they're
good
good
thing.
at it. And in my case, there were just pieces all over. So, all right, well, if Legos aren't your thing, Disney Springs, something for the older kids, also has a new Star Wars themed attraction, and it's a VR experience. So 4 people put on the VR headsets, and you literally walk through a virtual world to become rebels and fight the evil empire. Even if you're not a big Star Wars fan, we're hearing that this technology is very impressive, and it feels like you are immersed in the movie. So I think this is a great concept. I know when we experienced the virtual reality at Avatar, we certainly appreciated the realness of it. So now you're able to experience this with Star Wars as well. Here's what I like about this. 2 words, Disney Springs. Do you know what that equals to me? You don't have to buy a ticket to a theme park. If you have not done this, Disney Springs is one of the best ways to have a day at Disney without paying
Let's go.
without
Let's
paying
go.
theme park admission, because there's all the characters, there's all the stores with all the fun stuff, and there's these different experiences that, yes, do cost money, but not nearly the price of a theme park admission. So if you're trying to do that with your big extended family and not pay for 8 theme park tickets, it's a great outing.
And great restaurants,
Yes.
really great restaurants. It's what we all used to know as downtown Disney.
yes.
Right, what
is
used
now
to be downtown
Disney
Disney.
Springs,
But it's a
yes.
great way to have a cheap Disney day without having the big expense, and the kids won't know the difference. So if they say they want to run a ride, send them through a sprinkler. or
You know what is funny about virtual reality, though? It is so real when you're wearing the goggles, but if you're watching people wear the goggles and experience something, they all look like they're frozen.
crazy weird.
They're not moving very much. Very fun. So even if you don't go in, you can even watch the people.
Oh, I want to go in. I'm in that line.
Yeah, a lot of fun, so something else to consider. All right, it's time for our first hot topic. And USF Sarasota Manatee has new funds to encourage high school girls to pursue computer careers. 3 USFSM professors received a $10,000 grant to create a summer workshop for computer science and information technology. This program will be free for 9th and 10th grade girls from schools within 30 miles of the USF Sarasota Manatee campus. Programs like this are key to the Suncoast future in job growth. A national listing recently ranked the Northport, Bradenton, Sarasota area among the worst in the nation for STEM professionals. So we need to make progress.
Yeah.
And we've talked a lot about this. We know this. We know we need to make progress. But boy, grants like this, thankfully, our professors are applying.
Yes,
Yeah.
and girls need to get jobs that pay good money. So far, the jobs that girls go after usually pay a lot less.
Right.
They're easier to get, but they don't pay enough to live on. So this will be great. We'll get them into the area where they'll have a living wage they can be proud of.
LinkedIn is reporting that data scientist is the most in-demand career right now.
Wow.
So if we can get these high school kids, into the data programming and the data mining and all the different things that companies need, the median salaries for those jobs are way into the 6-figure range.
Oh, great. And it's interesting because I know some of the area organizations like Gulf Coast Community Foundation 10 years ago started putting programs in place to try to get grade school kids. And we're just now seeing if that will start to make a change, because those kids are now just getting out of high school and they're in college. So it's nice that now this is going to be with high school kids, because the return, we'll get an idea if it's working.
And we just need to get those jobs here so they don't have to leave the Suncoast once we've trained them.
Exactly. So if you have 9th or 10th grade girls interested in any type of computer technology, you're definitely going going to want to check out this, I would go to the University of USF Sarasota Manatee's website, and you should be able to get more info as it comes out. So that's great news. All right, do you hesitate to order clothes online because you worry about how they might fit? Linda, I thought of you, because I know you won't do this. All right, well, Amazon has a solution for you, but I don't know if you're going to like it. They've purchased a computer vision startup last year called Body Labs. Well, now they're inviting people to New York to have their size and shape measured in a 3D body scanning unit. So 3D body models will then be created and matched to people with algorithms. Accurately predicting how jeans or dresses fit is considered the holy grail for retailers. Would you like a 3D body model made of you, Linda?
Yeah, I could have it at home. You know, they could send it to you and you could order on Amazon so you would know. And I understand it also scientifically tells you which outfit looks the best on you.
Correct. You did your research on this.
Well, I was thinking about this. I like the idea.
If I could order and have a website know what my model figure is, well, not my model figure, how about my real figure? I'd really actually like to have a model figure, but in this case, but think about it, you know, you could plop the outfit onto that, what do they call it? It's almost like an avatar, right? It would almost be like having an avatar.
And it would solve that problem of usually people stand in front of the mirror, hold their breath, stand up straight, and get the and suck in and get the outfit, and then they let go.
You wouldn't have to ask.
It doesn't look the same.
You wouldn't have to ask, does your butt look big? You'd be able to tell. Yep, my butt looks big.
I like this because I'm kind of a schmedium, right? So I'll order between small and medium, and never. I really one is they don't fit. I'm like Goldilocks, right? So what I do with Amazon now is I buy both sizes, have them both sent, and then whichever one I like better, I send back.
That's what I do too.
And I mean,
I feel so guilty doing that. I've got to do it.
Oh, don't feel guilty at all.
No, and you know, I just try it on and send it back, and I think that's allowed. I don't wear it out for a day or so. That would get me in trouble.
Because it doesn't fit.
But this would be great. This would be awesome.
I'm hurting Star Wars. But from a business model, I would think it would be less, certainly shipping expense, because I'm assuming if you're Prime, it's free both ways.
Right.
Less shipping expense for the company if you get it right the first time and don't have to keep sending things back.
The reason I get them wrong, I'm still going for the person I used to be 25 years ago.
I know that problem.
Somehow they don't fit anymore.
I know that problem.
I know that local retailers might be groaning because they do like the idea of people coming in and buying, but this might be better because I know sometimes people come in, try on clothes, and then go home and buy them through online. So at least this isn't doing that bait and switch. You still can't replace shopping local.
Absolutely. All right, well, this year's Tony nominations are out, and the list almost reads like the Oscars or the Emmys. The top shows nominated were Tina Fey's Mean Girls, as in the movie, and Nickelodeon's SpongeBob SquarePants, the musical, which traces back to the TV show. They got 12 nominations each. You know, Broadway crossover is a big trend right now, and I know, Joey, you were really interested in this.
Yes, and also, you know, Frozen the musical is topped the list with some nominations. Also, there's a play version of Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. It is a play, but it was nominated for Best Choreography because it has so many moving pieces
and
to it.
Didn't Bruce Springsteen
get
a nod as well?
Getting a special nod, so it's interesting. I know some people in the theater community are groaning because they're like, oh, movies made into musicals, aren't there any new ideas anymore? But when you look back at old, like, golden age of Broadway, they were based on books. Sometimes they were based on more obscure movies. I think with Mean Girls and Frozen specifically, Harry Potter too, we're seeing teenagers going to the theater.
Yes.
Well, and SpongeBob, oh my gosh.
And it's a way to get kids in.
My grandchildren have never been allowed to watch SpongeBob. I've got to see why.
Yeah, take them to Broadway.
Well, there's just enough for the adults, I think, in SpongeBob, but it's nice to see Broadway has to survive. Theater has to survive.
Yes.
So every once in a while, you need a cycle of things to bring in
We've got to
the
have
audience.
something new. We're still watching 42nd Street. It was made in the 20s.
Yes.
And apparently it's being done well. I mean, listen, I'm not a SpongeBob fan. The show I think is dumb as can be. Don't crucify me, please. However, obviously the musical was well made if it got 12 Tony nominations.
Yes. And you know,
it would be fun to watch that guy dance.
Well, and we're seeing from like Hamilton's music from previous years was, you know, more hip hop. And so we're seeing a little more pop influence. I mean, the songs from Mean Girls that I've seen on television they sound like they're pop albums. They're very good.
Well, and my teenagers aren't big connoisseurs of Broadway shows, but they would see both Mean Girls and SpongeBob.
Yeah.
So we'll get that younger audience.
And once they like it, they'll keep going.
Exactly. All right, so you have likely noticed that ripped jeans are very in style right now, but this latest look may just be a little over the top. A company called Carmar has come out with these extreme cut jeans. The internet is going crazy over them. They retail for $168. Got to be careful what you wear under those. People cannot believe how revealing they are. Obviously, they are leaving little to the imagination.
I like comfort. Those don't look very comfortable to me. Your knees would go out one end, and they
See,
would.
this
Not
is
the
what
knees that are the problem.
This is what happens when you don't try on your clothes from Amazon first. They tear.
They send you
Yeah,
those.
I want to see the back. That didn't
Those
look
were not
comfortable
jeans
at all
that they're
to me.
selling. That's
We-
all. I'm
yeah, and we
saying.
can't show you the back
No.
because
Oh.
it's daytime TV.
So mothers are going to say, not that
Probably
one.
not going to work. All right, we're going to check out our happy hour forecast. And when we come back, it's not just Star Wars Day, it's also Comic Book Day. We'll tell you about it.
Good afternoon. I'm Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan with your first alert weather update for this happy hour. Looking really quite nice here. Nice breeze, lots of sunshine, just a few clouds around, and we are looking at a storm system approaching from the east. It is a low pressure system, but it doesn't have a lot of strength with it. It's going to change things up for the weekend as it motors toward Florida and brings us a chance for some much needed rainfall on Saturday now. And again, look at that rain moving through the Bahamas now, and also a lot of cloudiness. So expect some clouds to be on the increase throughout the day on Saturday. Saturday morning should be okay, and then Saturday afternoon we'll start to see some showers, and there's a slight chance for a few isolated thunderstorms in the mix. We'll have a little bit of heating prior to the arrival of that first wave. 87 right now, it's sunny. The humidity has been so nice all week long. We have a north wind at 15. And the pressure is falling ever so slightly. The Ocean Band Road setting up right now. Music on Main, more at 5.
There is an age-old stereotype that comic books are just for fun. Well, it's quite the opposite, actually. Comic books are known for stimulating a passion for reading. Brian Polizzi from the Dark Side Comics and Nir de La Fontaine, owner of Fundication, are here to help us celebrate Free Comic Book Day. All right, who knew this was a day?
I did.
Brian did.
Well, then I'm glad you're here. Brian, let's start with you. Tell us, what is the whole idea behind Free Comic Book Day?
It's a promotion for comic books to kind of get the idea of that art form out there and to give it the attention that it deserves.
And it does deserve attention. This is it's actually the first Saturday in May. And tell me, are you one of the stores that is actually giving away comics?
Oh yeah, there are thousands of stores all across the country that are giving away comics. It's a promotion that's done nationally. So.
And tell us about the reading component of this. So, because I'm probably one of the ones, if a child asked me for a comic book, I'd be like, no, we need to read. We don't need to look at pictures. What is it about a comic book that really does help reading?
Well, there's several components to a comic book that make it a great gateway for literacy. One is obviously you have the dialogue and the pictures, and it's all coming together, and it makes it easy for somebody to attach their imagination to the story.
And you're following the story. You're following the storyline.
Yeah, and there's a lot that actually happens in a comic book that people don't realize because it actually becomes a collaborative art between you and the creators. You see the picture in one panel, and then you see the picture in another panel, but what happens in between those panels is you connecting the dots in the story and between the pictures.
And
I know
speaking
schools
of-
feel they're very important now. They're using
sure.
comic books a lot.
Well, speaking of that, Linda, Nirda, you are part of Fundication, and you're involved in this. But first, let's remind our viewers what Fundication is.
So Fundication is about engaging our kids in science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics, also known as STEAM fields, because we're really finding that for the future there'll be a shortage in those skilled labor forces. So we're trying to get our kids engaged, excited with fun, hands-on activities and events so that they learn it organically as opposed to another stressful situation in education.
So how do comic books fit into the STEM and STEAM initiatives?
Well, as Brian mentioned, it's a fantastic, fun, engaging gateway because in some of these comic books are characters that our kids can actually relate to and maybe get excited about, and then maybe would want to get into STEAM.
Let's meet some of those characters. I think this is fascinating to learn. Tell us about this character.
So this, I don't know, recently, has anybody seen the little movie called Black Panther?
little
I don't
movie.
know.
A few.
I don't know if anyone has seen that movie, but Black Panther's little sister stole the show, Shuri. And she was the tech-savvy, sassy princess that supplied him with all of his, I want to say, gizmos and gadgets and the technology that helped Wakanda be the force.
So a great tech example, and female, which we love.
And is this Moon Girl?
This is Moon Girl. This is a 9-year-old African-American genius that has a dinosaur as a sidekick, and she basically uses her intellect to create inventions and go on adventures.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That sounds like
and
fun.
introduce us to Ironheart.
Ooh, Ironheart. This is Miss Riri Williams, 15 years old. Okay, she's also a genius that is a student at MIT and uses scrap from MIT to create the latest iteration of Iron Man. So she is the new Iron Man. Well, not the new, there's a little bit of controversy on that, but along that line.
And Captain Marvel?
Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel, another powerful female comic book character with amazing strength, agility. Just so many great characters that our kids can relate to and possibly go into STEAM.
And we've talked about the importance of being able to see characters that you can relate to and how great that it can inspire boys and girls of all backgrounds.
Absolutely.
Now, I remember, because my brothers are big comic book fans, you know, we had tons of, you know, basically white nerdy guy characters that we could all identify with, and we did.
And look how it worked out for you.
So tell me, yeah, exactly, right? So tell me about, Brian, tell me about this comic that you brought here.
Okay, that is the first Silver Age appearance of Captain America. That dates back to, I think, 1963 or 1964. He was a character that was originally created in the 40s and then kind of went out of style, and they brought him back in the mid-60s. Marvel brought him back.
Wow.
Well, you know, comic books influenced my career. Brenda Starr was a comic book, remember? And she was a reporter, and I thought, wow, I want to be like her. So I read every comic book, and from the time I was 12, I was saying, I want to be Brenda Starr.
And you've
Well,
done it.
Brian actually has picked out some comics for us, so we're going to start with Linda. What made you choose? Tell us the comic that you chose, and tell us why you picked it for Linda.
That is Superwoman. It is the latest iteration of Lois Lane, who is a reporter.
I
and
know
has always
Lois
been a
Lane,
reporter.
yes.
And she is, in the most recent comic, she has the powers of Superman now.
Oh, I love that, finally.
Perfect. This one's for Linda, and you have one for Stephanie as well. Tell us who you chose for Steph.
That we chose Sue Storm in the Fantastic Four. Sue Storm is the mother and wife of that family. It's a superhero family, and she's a very, very strong character, and she deals with anything from aliens to her children have superpowers, and just
Love it.
Sounds
crazy
Sounds like
amount of
home.
things.
Yeah, that's familiar.
match. See, so comic books are for everyone these
you.
days. Thank you so much for this information. You can participate in Free Comic Book Day. It is the first Saturday in May, so it is May 5th. For more information, you can come see Brian at darksidecomics.com. Also, for more information about Funducation and their STEM and STEAM education programs, go to funducation.org. All right, coming up next, we're going to meet this weekend's McCurdy's comedy headliner.
I witnessed him have 2 heart attacks in ICU. He went through seizures.
We'd much rather have Aaron like this than dead. A lot of parents don't have that luxury.
He can't talk. He can't walk. This is a condition Aaron will live with for the rest of his life because he abused prescription pills.
Mind your meds. Learn more from the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
Rugs as Art. You know the name, you know the building, but do you know what's inside? Yes, Rugs as Art is Florida's #1 area rug superstore, but there is so much more. Amazing furniture, accessories, and art. All this and more. Come see for yourself. You'll love our personal touch and be pleasantly surprised by our affordable prices. Rugs as Art and more. There is so much more to explore.
The following message is brought to you by Mesobook.com.
People who have been diagnosed with mesothelioma have many questions. How did I get this disease? What are my treatment options? How will this affect my loved ones? You need answers, which is why we offer a free book written by medical professionals who have treated mesothelioma.
Call toll-free at 1-800-777-1366 or go to Mesobook.com.
I can't believe they charged me this much. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Go to CashNetUSA.com now. If approved, you may get the money you need as soon as tomorrow.
Thanks. Who are you?
I'm CashNetUSA.com. Man.
Apply now at CashNetUSA.com.
Money's on the way with CashNet USA.
entertaining runs in the family of this week's McCurdy Comedy headliner. We welcome Lance Montalto. We are so happy to have you here.
Thank you.
What a
Great to be here.
talented family you come from. Tell us about your relatives.
Oh my goodness. I had a brother that had 10 children.
Oh, he was talented.
No, actually in his, yeah. But what happened was in church, his family was the whole choir and everything. So, but they were so good that whenever anyone like Celine Dion or Reba McEntire or Barry Manilow would come into the South and do concerts, they would never use a choir behind them, so they used to send the sheet music before, and my brother's family would back them up.
That's kind of cool.
Oh, they must have been really,
it's been around
really
for years
good.
and years. Yeah, my whole family were entertainers.
Now, you started at 11. See, I went and looked up your information.
I was trying to figure out where you got it all from because you were telling me, and I went, oh my goodness, I even forgot about that stuff.
You started at 11 as a
Yes.
professional?
I was a singer. I had a contract with an offshoot of Stax Records. I wrote and sang the first Popeye's chicken commercial.
Oh my
It's your claim to
goodness.
fame. So how does this get you into comedy?
He paid me $100. That's
You thought that was
hilarious
funny?
to me. I love the comic book set you have there. Because my ex-wife was a superhero, her and her lawyer, because he learned how to take complete control of my bank accounts.
Ooh.
Amazing.
And are you married again?
No. No. But I'm originally from New Orleans, in that area.
What makes
Yeah.
you laugh now? What makes a comedian laugh?
I'm originally from New Orleans. We have a group of people that you can find nowhere else, the Cajuns in Louisiana.
Yeah.
And they got that accent where they talk like that, you know, and talking. And they see things I take it around where they see things completely different than us. Street signs, for instance. Street signs, a Cajun he'll argue with a cop going, hey, you got me pulled over, what I did. No, it's not. No, I saw your sign and it said, no, you turn. So I did. You know? And then they'll argue with him and go, yeah, well, I throw all my trash out the car. And you write me, no, because your sign said fine for dumping here.
Oh, that's right.
And it's the way they see things.
That's beautiful.
It's just the way they see things.
We can't wait to hear more of this because you're going to be at McCurdy's Comedy Theater this weekend through May 6th. And next, our movie guy takes a look at new movie releases.
During the past 10 years, Tidewell Hospice volunteers have provided more than 1 million hours of service. They sit with patients, giving caregivers a break. They work in offices. They take their furry friends on pet therapy visits. They even clown around. Every task performed by a volunteer makes a difference in the lives of our patients and their families. Join Tidewell's volunteer team. They're truly 1 in a million. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
Hi, I'm Holly Robinson Pete.
And I'm Rodney Pete. And after 16 years in the NFL, it came as no surprise that knee surgery might be in my future.
And when the doctor said Rodney needed to lose weight before surgery, we knew that Lipozene could help him lose 4 times more weight. It's America's #1 weight loss supplement.
I've already lost 30 pounds and 4 pant sizes. I didn't need a prescription or meal plan.
I've lost 10 pounds, I have more energy, more stamina.
We eat our favorite foods and still lose 4 times more weight.
I'm very impressed with Rodney's weight loss. His blood pressure and cholesterol have really improved. I recommend Lipozene because it's made from the rare konjac root, which contains glucomannan, a very safe and effective weight loss supplement.
Lipozene has no harmful side effects. No caffeine, no jitters, no counting calories.
No cleanses.
No starved diets.
No boot camps.
Nothing in your lifestyle needs to change. Just add Lipozene.
In a clinical study, people were not asked to change their lifestyle and simply add Lipozene. As a result, they lost not just twice the weight, not 3 times, but they lost 4 times more weight just by adding Lipozene. And 78% of that weight loss was fat, not water, but fat.
Rodney and I guarantee that you will lose weight or your money back.
Can we say that?
Yep, guaranteed or your money back. So get Lipozene and lose 4 times more weight.
Now you can lose 4 times more weight. Just add Lipozene for only $29.95. Call right now and we'll double your order for free and ship it free too. And for a limited time, we'll double the size of each bottle for free. So now you have 4 times the Lipozene for just $29.95. Plus, you'll get Metabo Up Plus to help boost your energy and metabolism. But you must call. Call 800-379-2824, 800-379-2824, 800-379-2824.
Experience the classical music celebration May 11th and 12th at the historic Sarasota Opera House. World-class musicians include guitar duo Charisma, currently touring with Andrea Bocelli. Tickets available online or by phone.
Selfless service is the guiding principle of every Army National Guard soldier. They have a stake in the well-being of the neighborhoods where they live and work. To be an Army National Guard soldier is to serve something greater than yourself. Learn more at nationalguard.com.
This is a great time of year here on the Suncoast. The season's over, events slow down, and the weather heats up. So what could be better than a bag of popcorn and a cool movie theater this weekend? And what should we see? Well, our Suncoast movie man is here now with us, Matt Lydell. Matt, may the 4th be with you.
She's been waiting to say that.
What is May the 4th?
What is May the 4th? It is... You're our expert on Star Wars, Matt.
I don't know what you're talking about at all. I don't like Star Wars at all. I don't know. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Nobody loves Star Wars more than this guy. You are our ultimate expert, and on all kinds of movies.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff coming out. Summer kind of got an early start with the new Avengers movie, which, you know, made tons of money. But this weekend, we're getting a couple more things. We're getting Tully, which is from director Jason Reitman, writer Diablo Cody. You remember their work from Juno a couple years back.
What a great movie Juno was.
The way they're framing this movie is sort of Juno being like early years of sort of like motherhood, and this being everything that comes after. Okay. We have a quick clip, so let's take a look at that.
Yeah, let's see.
Do you know what a night nanny is? They take care of the baby at night so mom and dad can get some sleep.
I don't want a stranger in my house. It's like a Lifetime movie where the nanny tries to kill the family and the mom survives and she has to walk with a cane at the end.
Get over yourself.
Mom, what's wrong with your body?
Charlize Theron is starring as this mom of 3 who's just completely worn out now. And her brother recommends that she get a night nanny. And the reviews are excellent. It's out today. So if you want to see something immediately, you know, it's like kind of a comedy, kind of a drama, and it's very much in line of like Juno, and they also did the movie Young Adult. So definitely if you're into something like that.
Highly relatable.
Yeah, right. If you're a mother, it's a drama. If you're not a mother, it's a comedy.
Sure.
So what else is coming up now? What about Memorial Day weekend?
Yeah, so Memorial Day weekend is also probably the second biggest thing to start off with the summer movie season. Speaking of Star Wars, it's Solo, a Star Wars story, which I know we talked about a little bit before, but that's the movie that's telling sort of the story of how Han Solo got started. And it's him younger by like 10, 15 years than how we saw Harrison Ford, him meeting Chewbacca, him getting his ship, him meeting Lando, who's being played by Donald Glover. And yeah, it's sort of, they're framing it like it's sort of like a crime heist movie. He's part of like a gang that they have to pull off one big job.
Do you think the true Star Wars people are going to embrace this and get into it?
Well, so that's what's interesting is the directors who were originally making the movie got fired last year.
Really?
And Ron Howard took over for them.
That's a good sign.
That's a good sign.
Well, and so, the thing is, he didn't have a whole lot of time to do that. So is it a good sign? You know, he's done a lot of good movies, but it's like, can he pull that together and make a good movie? So it's interesting just to see, like, you know,
if he did it.
If he actually did that. So that's kind of cool.
Are you open to this? You're a real Star Wars guy.
I'm open to it. It's a little exhausting that there was just a Star Wars movie like 5 months ago, and they're already trying to get me excited for another one. So that's like, okay, I gotta calm down just a second. But
Pace yourself.
Yeah, pace yourself. But like, yeah, I'm interested to see what they do. Yeah.
I think I'm going to see it just because you like it so much to figure out what you like. So this summer now, what should we see this summer?
There's a couple other things coming out for the summer. One of the big franchise movies with kind of a spin on what you know is the new movie in the Ocean's 11 series, but it's Ocean's 8. So if you remember the remake they did of Ocean's 11 a little while back was George Clooney and Brad Pitt and Matt Damon, all guys who were pulling off a heist. This time it's Sandra Bullock leading all women.
We can steal as well as you guys can.
And with less people.
Yes, I'm excited to see this.
Yeah, it's a really good cast. It's her, it's Kate Blanchett and Mindy Kaling, and so many random people. Helena Bonham Carter. It's just jam-packed with all these people. And yeah, it should be interesting to see how they pull that idea off.
I bet they've got some cute clothes too. Now the Sarasota Film Festival, 2 of those films.
Before we get to that, I have to ask, and I made Matt do this for me. My kids cannot stop talking about the Incredibles movie.
Yeah, so they're doing another Incredibles movie. Now, what was interesting, Brad Bird wrote and directed the first one, and that was 2004. So it's been like a long time.
It's amazing that it's been that long.
Wow. He said that he would not do another movie until he finally had a really good idea. So maybe he finally came up with a good idea.
Guess we'll see.
We'll see if he did. But so yeah, I mean, this is, coming up on like practically 15 years later after they did this.
I think the cool thing is the kids that were, 8 and 10 when this came out the first time now have wallets and maybe kids of their own, so they can get the next group out.
Yeah, and there's so many more superhero movies now that, like that movie, there were a couple, and it was kind of doing a spin on those, sort of doing a parody. But now there's so many more, so we'll see if they kind of parody those movies or do something unique with that.
Yeah, a lot of spin, a lot of talk about this.
That looks like it'll really be funny. So back to the Sarasota Film Festival.
Yeah.
A couple of those have made it into the big screen.
Yes, a couple of them are going to be starting early June. So one of them, the audience award, was Hearts Beat Loud, and that is coming out on June 8th. And then the same day is Won't You Be My Neighbor, which was the Mr. Rogers movie.
Are those wide release? Will we get those here likely?
So I think Won't You Be My Neighbor, definitely. Hearts Beat Loud would probably even still be on demand the same day, because a lot of the independent movies will come out on iTunes or Fios or whatever your cable provider is the same day as very small
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So then, and then I think the Mr. Rogers one will definitely be in most of the theaters.
A lot of interest on that one, I know.
Yeah, and then I saw it at the film festival, and I loved it. It was fantastic.
Do you think that there is still a summer blockbuster season? I know there's been talk that maybe it's gone away because the movies have spread. What do you think?
I don't really know. I think, well, the problem is they're still trying to push people to get into movie theaters to see things, but I don't think there is necessarily a need to get people just during the summer. The idea was kids are off and they're going to go see movies.
Right.
But, ever since kind of Titanic, really, they put that out in December, and then James Cameron did that again with Avatar, putting that on December.
Right. And
really puts this idea that it's any time of the year.
There used to be a big July 4th release, too, and it doesn't seem like we've had that in recent years.
Well, we'll kind of maybe get a little closer to that with another movie segment when we start getting into June and July, because there's still plenty more stuff. I think Ant-Man and the Wasp is the movie that is around July 4th.
Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Another comic book movie.
Okay.
You'll need to take the grandkids to that one.
I can't wait to see that one. Oh, this is so much fun, Matt. Thank you so much. And we're going to take another look at his movies online. So go to our website, mysuncoastview.com, and check them out. Next, how to get a free tree.
ABC 7 News at 7, weeknights.
My credit score was not that great.
I didn't understand what went into my credit score.
It was overwhelming.
Do you want to attain better credit health but don't know where to start? Credit Sesame can help by providing you a free credit score.
I love the app. It's so easy to use. It's like having your own financial coach.
Credit Sesame broke my credit score down into things that I understood, and it made me think, I can do this.
And the awesome thing about Credit Sesame, it's free.
It's 100% free.
You don't need to go it alone. Get started today at creditsesame.com.
7 News Update.
Good afternoon, I'm Jacqueline Matter. Here's what we're working on for 5 o'clock. Sarasota County Schools is moving forward with creating its own district police force, the 2 positions the county is now looking to fill. Plus, where you can get some hurricane safety tips from experts this weekend. Now let's get a check on our first alert weather forecast with Bob.
Everyone, we are here live. This is the first Friday of the month, and you know where we're at, right here at Lakewood Ranch, getting ready for some great music, again, by the Ocean Road Band. Let's look at the maps to show you what's going on. We have some changes headed our way. We have a storm system developing east of the Bahamas, which is tracking in our general direction. It looks like it will bring a chance for showers on into Sunday. We'll have much more coming up again at 5. We'll also talk about what the rest of the work week's weather means like. All that coming up today at 5. See you then.
Keep up with the Suncoast. Watch your favorite ABC 7 shows on your streaming device.
Soldiers in the Army National Guard live up to a set of time-honored principles.
I will always place the mission first.
They stand ready to respond to any crisis.
I will never accept defeat.
They serve in their communities as citizens and as soldiers.
I will never quit.
They train part-time to be ready to serve at all times.
I will never leave a fallen comrade.
Learn more at nationalguard.com.
CashNet USA is trusted by over 2 million customers.
Perfect. When I lean back, I trust that you will be there to catch me.
Okay, bad idea, bad idea.
Apply now at CashNetUSA.com.
Money's on the way with CashNet USA.
Thank you.
What are you doing? You are the best protection she has. Buddy up. I'm Jill Harrington. Please visit HelpSaveTheNextGirl.com and get involved.
Here's today's job of the day. ABC 7 is seeking a part-time video news editor with a nonlinear video editing and digital video background. Visit mysuncoast.com/job-of-the-day to apply.
Arbor Day is celebrated nationally the last Friday in April. Well, trees are incredibly important to our environment, and the city of Sarasota gets involved with its community canopy program, which is still going on. Sustainability Manager Stevie Freeman Montez is here to explain what the program is all about. All right, we love this. This is great news for us, and that it's still going on past Arbor Day, which is even better. Explain a little bit about what the community canopy program is.
Yes, I'm so excited about this program. It's so cool. Essentially, it's a free tree giveaway program, you know, and what's so neat about this program is that you never have to leave your home. You can order it online, go shop for your tree, and it's mailed directly to your home.
Wow.
So it's really cool.
That's and when you say shop, these are free, so you know, nothing out of our pockets, which is great.
No, we have a limited amount. We have about 230 that we're giving away this this time of year. But yeah, you go online, you just shop. They're completely free, and it's mailed directly to you. So
what a wonderful gift.
So you plant them this time of year?
Yes, that's right. We do a spring program, we do a fall program usually, and it's wildly popular. People seem to really love it. They kind of get reserved, sell out quickly. So yeah, it's been really successful.
Well, you brought us some examples, which we love having a little extra foliage on the set. So let's talk about these. But first, these examples are 5-gallon trees, and that's not what we're actually going to get, right?
Yes, we want to manage expectations here. These are 5-gallon. What you'll actually receive at your home is a 1-gallon tree, but you can kind of visualize how big they'll get and what they'll look like.
Maybe like this?
A little bit larger, yeah.
Oh, okay. That's
so
pretty
with
good.
hard work and following instructions, it could grow to this.
Yes.
So, all right, so let's talk about this example here first. This is a maple.
Yes, a red maple.
And how were these, the specific examples, which we're going to see the rest of them soon, how were they chosen? Why these types of trees?
Yeah, these are Florida-friendly trees, so they're good for our habitat. They're supposed to be grown in our area. They are good for our species and everything that lives in our area. So we kind of chose them based on what was available and making sure, most of all, that they were Florida-friendly.
Yes. All right. And next to Stephanie, of course, this 5-gallon example, again, not what you're going to get, is, tell us about this one.
This is a Sweet Bay Magnolia.
Oh, I love those.
Yeah.
So this will flower?
Yes.
Given time?
Yes.
Okay. Well, how wonderful. All right, so you picked the 5 examples, so let's take a look. We're just going to see what they'll look like when they grow. Again, so this is a fully grown, you have a Chickasaw plum. Beautiful. Beautiful. Next is a crepe myrtle.
Right.
Everybody likes those.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Red maple, which we did see the example on the set, and this is what it looks like. Now that's the investment.
Yep.
Sweet Bay magnolia. And then, how beautiful. And the other example is a Shumard oak. How great. Now, explain to us a little bit about the Urban Canopy program. Why is it important?
It's incredibly important because as we're seeing development, we're seeing more building here. One of the big city priorities and community priorities, people love their trees. We want to make sure that we're replanting our urban canopy. For all the reasons trees are beautiful, for carbon sequestration, from stormwater filtration to air quality improvements, you know, all the beautiful things that trees bring. We want to make sure that we're helping support keeping our urban canopy, you know, whole and thriving.
They make you healthier too, right?
Yes, definitely.
They remove the bad things out of the air, so it's good for your health. But do they come with instructions?
They do. They do, actually. They come with a letter from our city commission saying thank you for helping, you know, keep our urban canopy healthy, and it comes with instructions for watering and how to plant, how deep, and all that.
And I would assume because you chose Florida-friendly trees, these are fairly hardy. You know, we're not going to have too many issues.
They should be.
If you do what you're supposed to. Obviously, they need food and water. And
well, there's a
light.
whole nother aspect to this program where homeowners can actually analyze their impact on energy savings. How does this work?
So, you know, working as the sustainability manager, one of the other initiatives we're really passionate about is energy conservation and renewable energy. And so we kind of married those two interests and community community initiatives. And when you go online to the website where you can reserve these trees, you can actually use this really cool GIS-based tool where you drag and drop the tree that you chose around your property, and it tells you how much energy savings you will have based on the shading of the tree when it grows.
Wow.
So we're really trying to educate the energy value of trees. They have real energy savings and real energy values, and so there's a big importance in that aspect as well.
Yes, so if we don't get you as being an arborist, we'll definitely get you for saving money.
Just saving money. Yes.
That
saving
speaks
money.
to everyone.
Yes.
Well, to get your own free 1-gallon tree delivered right to your home here on the Suncoast in Sarasota, you will go to the arborday.org/Sarasota website. Pick one of your favorite 5 trees and it'll be at your door very soon. Coming up next, we have a great gift idea. You'll be able to watch Dancing with the Stars.
Chris Domine is a husband, father, an athlete, even an Ironman. But 10 years ago, Chris's kidneys were failing.
The doctor said if you don't do dialysis, if you don't get a kidney transplant, you are going to die.
Then Chris received a second chance, made possible by an organ donor.
Your well-being changes from loss of hope to better times ahead.
Imagine what you could make possible. Learn more and sign up as an organ, eye, and tissue donor. Go to organdonor.gov.
About every 3 minutes in America, someone is diagnosed with a blood cancer. Light the Night brings together survivors and supporters to bring light to the darkness of cancer and to help fund life-saving research. Our goal is a world without blood cancers, and we're lighting the path to cures. The discoveries made in blood cancer research have led to breakthrough treatments for many cancers and other serious diseases. Help defeat the darkness of cancer. Join Light the Night today.
My name is Blake. I received a heart transplant when I was 2 weeks old. I play defense for the Red Hot Tornadoes. Sometimes my heart starts pounding like faster and faster as I go. I know I have someone else's heart inside me. It makes me feel happy because someone was generous enough to give me a second chance to live.
This gift of life was made possible by an organ donor. Imagine what you could make possible. Sign up as an organ, eye, and tissue donor. Go to organdonor.gov.
There was this big bruise on my friend's face. I didn't want to see it. I didn't want to think her own nephew could have hit her.
I didn't want to see it. My mother's bank account was emptied, and a caregiver had taken control of it.
I didn't want to see it. My father's refrigerator, there was hardly anything in it. That's unusual for him.
It's tough to see that a senior citizen is being abused, physically, emotionally, sexually, or financially. Elder abuse is a crime.
So see the signs. Stop the crimes.
Hamilton was adopted from a rescue in 2008. He really likes to be around people. And as soon as I start to make my breakfast, Hamilton is right there. I get out my mat and I'm doing a downward dog and he's underneath. He's quite the pug about town. He gets invited to a lot of parties. He knows he's a pretty big deal. I mean, look at this little face. How could you not love him?
Want the latest weather and traffic conditions wherever you go? Introducing ABC7's revolutionary new First Alert weather app. With our state-of-the-art new weather app, you get up-to-the-minute weather alerts, interactive radar maps, current conditions, 10-day forecasts, real-time traffic maps, and weather video from ABC7, all at your fingertips. And it's free. Just search Suncoast WX in the App Store and download onto all your devices today. Sponsored by Mr. Sparky.
Okay, we're getting ready for another night of Dancing with the Stars, the athletes version. So week 1 in the books, and one of the snowboarders went home, Jamie Anderson, and the beefy baseball player Johnny Damon also got the boot. This is fun because we know these people are, you know, amazing bodies, strong as can be. They're athletes, but apparently that doesn't necessarily translate into dancing. Oh my gosh, the height difference alone
When
makes
you're that tall,
Look at him.
it is hard to move your body
But
quickly.
he moves his body beautifully.
Wow.
He's a pro.
Looks a little stiff to me, but you know, whatever. He's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He can do whatever he wants. So Tanya Harding was rumored to be tough to keep around. They thought that she would be one of the first to go, but apparently she broke down in tears, so happy that she got to stay. I think any ice skater has a pretty good
Ice skating and gymnastics.
That's what they do.
Those athletes will have an edge over maybe some of the harder sports.
But you know, to me, this is fun because we know most of the stars from their athletic careers. It's fun to see them in this arena, and just, you know, something to mix it up on a
Yeah,
Monday
because
night.
they're so skilled in their area. It's good to see them compete and have to really work hard.
In some cases, humbled.
Yes.
Well, and you know
Like
what? Johnny
the rest
Damon
of
is
us.
a stud. He is strong. He can hit the ball 800 million miles, and that doesn't translate to dancing
And his feet
necessarily.
get tangled up
Absolutely.
sometimes.
All right, so don't forget to watch that coming up Monday, of course, right here on ABC 7. We can't wait to head right to the kitchen where we're coming up with Brio Tuscan Grill.
Download the all-new ABC 7 First Alert weather app now.
My credit score was not that great.
I didn't understand what went into my credit score. It was overwhelming.
Do you want to attain better credit health but don't know where to start? Credit Sesame can help by providing you a free credit score.
I love the app. It's so easy to use. It's like having your own financial coach. Credit Sesame broke my credit score down into things that I understood, and it made me think, I can do this.
And the awesome thing about Credit Sesame, it's free.
It's 100% free. You don't need to go it alone. Get started today at creditsesame.com.
This is an ABC 7 News Update.
Hello, I'm Scott Dennis. Here's what's coming up at 5 o'clock. As summer break approaches, a lot of high school students are out looking for jobs. Some schools are giving an extra hand. Let's get out to the main.
Here we go again, Scott. The first Friday of the month here, and things are looking really quite nice again weather-wise. It's a little bit warm, but with the humidity in the 40%, 50% range, it's not too bad at this point. You can see people already lined up, got their chairs ready, and they are going to dinner, and then they'll come back here with some great music. Ocean Road Band. Look forward to it. Look forward to some rainfall too, but unfortunately over the weekend, a good chance for rain headed our way. You can see that storm system quite clearly southeast of Florida, and that's heading in our direction. It's not a big storm in terms of intensity, but it will bring us an increase in clouds and a good chance for some showers. More of that coming.
Keep up with the Suncoast. Watch your favorite ABC 7 shows on your streaming device.
Experience the Classical Music Celebration May 11th and 12th at the historic Sarasota Opera House. World-class musicians include guitar duo Charisma, currently touring with Andrea Bocelli. Tickets available online or by phone.
When money's tight and emergencies arise, CashNetUSA.com is available 24/7 to deliver quick loans for approved customers when they need it the most.
Apply now at CashNetUSA.com.
Money's on the way with CashNet USA.
My name is Haley. I have Fragile X syndrome. I work with Chartwells at Einstein's and FAU. I like being up front and interacting with students. The students are very nice and very hungry. Having a job is a big ticket for independence.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to disabilitieswork.employflorida.com.
Ever since I can remember, I've been intrigued by industrial design and the optimization.
Wait, that's passion? Ever since I can remember, my passion has been industrial design. We need 3D printers for Miss Adams' engineering program so that we are ready to solve 21st century challenges.
Impressive. Think It Up is a new initiative to support student-powered, teacher-led learning projects. Students and teachers, how can you spark great learning experiences in your classroom today? Think It Up.
Thanks to the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, what was once impossible is happening today for thousands of patients with blood cancer.
I live.
I live. I live. I live.
I live.
She lives.
because of the research done by the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society in the battle against blood cancer.
If you had a chance to support the research that is saving lives, what would you do?
Performing on stage takes mental and physical preparation. But one thing I never thought to prepare for was cervical cancer. 91% of cervical cancers are caused by the human papillomavirus, or HPV. The good news is there are vaccines that can protect you or your children from cancer. I survived my cancer, but you can stop cancer before it starts. Talk to your doctor and go to thinkaboutthelink.org to learn more.
Coming up Monday at 4 on Suncoast View. Suncoast bugs don't have to be pests this season. We'll learn from an expert how to beat mosquitoes and those love bugs that have shown up as summer is on the way. The first 1,000 days of a child's life are crucial to brain development in their future. We'll learn how a Suncoast Foundation wants to help. Plus, our beauty expert has gifts to pamper mom for Mother's Day, and Libby's Cafe and Bar is in the kitchen.
Welcome back. We are here with Executive Chef Jason from Brio Tuscan Grill. And Jason, what are we making today?
Today we're going to be making our salmon fresca dish. It's on our one of the many dishes. It's on our seafood celebration right now this month.
Oh, good.
Sounds good.
All right, what do we do?
So first we're going to take our grilled salmon and our asparagus that we grilled outside earlier.
Okay.
We're going to put it into our oven.
Okay, that sounds good. And then you said Linda has some chopping to do?
Yep, so Linda's going to start by chiffonading up some of our basil, because that's going to go into our saute.
Linda, do you know how to chiffonade?
Chiffonade?
I know how to chop.
We're gonna slice it up. So then we're gonna follow up with our roasted red peppers. We'll start heating those up in our saute pan.
Okay. That looks good.
And then we're also gonna put in our roasted sweet potatoes, just simply roasted with just salt and pepper on them.
Want me to slice this tomato?
Yeah, go ahead and slice that.
I will.
I'm gonna reach across you and grab some of the basil.
I'll stop cutting while you do that.
I'm
always careful.
You mentioned that this is a light salmon fresca. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so we have quite a few light dishes on our menu. This is one of them. All of them are under 600 calories. For those that might be going to an Italian restaurant just thinking that it's all unhealthy food, this is actually one of our healthier dishes that we have available.
That's great. That's always helpful to make good choices.
Yep. Then we're gonna follow up with just our spinach. Just give that a little wilt.
Lots of great colors in this dish.
Yeah.
It's nice and bright. It's great getting ready for the summer season. It's a grilled salmon, so you want to be outside. And then again, it's that nice bright flavors. It's got our pesto vinaigrette. It's just a red wine vinaigrette with some of our house-made basil pesto.
So obviously a very quick
saute. I love that.
Just a very quick saute.
And that was the pesto vinaigrette that you put on?
Yep, and that was the pesto vinaigrette, and that's what you can really smell. Not that everybody at home can smell it now.
We'll smell
it. It smells good.
And then we're just going to garnish the plate with a little bit.
Nice.
And then we'll go ahead and get our salmon and our asparagus out of the oven.
All right, so you do all the grilling separately?
Yes.
Okay. So lots of different pieces.
If you grilled those, why did you put them back in the oven?
Just to finish them in the oven. Just because on the grill sometimes there'll be not enough time to finish it through, so you can get the nice marks on there.
Just to finish cooking.
Yeah.
Yep. So you get all the nice flavor on there. We got the salmon in the middle.
Oh, that is gorgeous.
We're just going to follow up with our asparagus.
Nice to know that there are some very great healthy options at Brio as part of their lighter menu. And I know also as part of days we are going to be talking more about Mother's Day. So give us a little tour of some of the things that you're offering for Mother's Day.
So some of the things that I have here with me now is our shrimp and smoked Gouda polenta. It's served with a poached egg, and then we also just have our black pepper shrimp sauce. That's going to be on our brunch menu, and then we also have our berries French toast.
Okay.
We're also going to be offering a couple of different steak items, a surf and turf, just for those that want to explore some of the dinner options for Mother's Day as well.
Okay, so there's a brunch section earlier in the day,
Yep.
and then dinner items continuing throughout the day.
Yes.
And I'm sure that reservations will be needed because I expect that you will be very busy.
Yep. Well, looking at that French toast, I feel like we cannot have it without mimosas. So even though it is early, we can pass down to the mothers.
The moms get mimosas,
thank
Linda.
you.
And which is also a part of the brunch at at Brio.
Well, yes, we have to celebrate. So, all right. Cheers, moms.
Fantastic.
All right, Brio Tuscan Grill, a wonderful place to celebrate Mother's Day or any other of the many upcoming things with family and friends in town. Also, I think we need to give a little taste to everything we've got going out here.
And the entire month of celebrating seafood. So what are there dishes that'll be specifically on the menu for the month?
Yeah, so two of the specific dishes for the seafood celebration is going to be our lobster and shrimp ravioli, and then we also have a grilled salmon and balsamic salad with fresh strawberries, grapes, our candy pecans, and a little bit of gorgonzola cheese.
That looks
that sounds so good.
So seafood stays on
Here
the
we
menu.
go.
That's what I was waiting for.
Time to dig
All
in.
right,
Here
Linda,
you
we're
go,
going to pass the
Linda.
good one down to you.
Oh my goodness. Thank you.
Well, so much to
Enjoy.
celebrate this weekend between Cinco de Mayo and Free Comic Book Day and the release of the Star Wars film.
The Derby,
What a
of course,
weekend.
Saturday as well. So yeah, busy weekend
What
for
a
everybody.
weekend.
Everybody enjoy, and of course, we will see you on Monday. Take some time and enjoy the Suncoast view.
Come to Music on Main.